everyone, Deni here from the France Pavilion in EPCOT. Hope you are having a great day. I don't know about you, but I'm a little hungry. And the France Pavilion is my absolute favorite place in all of EPCOT. So why don't you and I grab a bite to eat, and why don't we make it a little something savory with maybe a little sweet mixed in. I'm going to have dinner here at Crêpes in Porta. So crepes to go, basically. That's what that means. Crepes and off you go. And we're going to have some crepes, you and I. Crepes. I will try to say that properly. It's not going to happen, I don't think. But going to have a whole lot of fun doing so. And I've gotten a few requests over the last few weeks to do something savory. There are savory galettes on the menu made with buckwheat flour, and then there are traditional sweet crepes. We're going to have a few of those savories, and like I said, maybe something sweet too. Let's head on over. I am now in, I've found this shelter in the original part of the France Pavilion. Quick aside between you and me, they need more tables in the France Pavilion. This little avenue used to be kind of lined with a few tables. They've taken all of those away. So you can find seating inside for the boulangerie patisserie. You can find a couple of tables over by the crêperie, and that's it, which in my mind is not good. But I digress. You and I have 4 crepes to eat. We have got, number one, we have got the ham and cheese galette. Okay, so the 3 first ones are savory galettes made with buckwheat flour as opposed to the crepe, which is not. This is more of a savory, hearty pancake, essentially, is what it is. It's a folded, very thin pancake that's been filled with all sorts of things. The very first thing that we have is we have a ham and brie galette. A ham and cheese galette. It is huge. I mean, you can see by the plate. Let me just hold it up here against my head here. It's bigger than my head. It's $10.95, and it is filled with creamy bechamel sauce. Bechamel sauce is a white roux that's been made with butter and flour. You add a little milk to it to kind of get it doing its thing. In French cuisine, they'll add in a little bit of nutmeg to the mix. So it's got that hearty, earthy, savory taste to it. The second galette we have is the ratatouille galette, which features onions, eggplants, and tomatoes. It is $8.95. And it is one that is brand new to me, just as big as the other one. Looks really cool. It's got that traditional ratatouille stew-like veggies going on in the middle. And then the third savory galette we have today is the cheese, is the brie galette. A little bechamel going on. You can see the bechamel peeking out. This is not as large, and we're hoping that's going to be, you and I will hope together that it's going to be okay. $9.95 for this one. But it is folded more traditionally like a crepe is. And then we have a little bit of sweetness to round things out. This is the red berries crepe. It is filled with all sorts of berries. It's got some strawberry going on. It's actually got some blueberries going on. And it's $7.50. And this is sweet. Nothing savory about this one, friends. This is very, very sweet. So let's get nibbling here. The very first thing I'm gonna have is the ratatouille based one, because I've not had it before. I'm dropping utensils here. This isn't good. So here we go. I'm gonna get a little bit out of the center of the ratatouille galette. The galettes hail from the Brittany region of France. And we'll talk about that a little bit more when we talk about the table service option that is also there in the France Pavilion. Here we go. There, It's in my hand. All right. There we go. There's all of your ratatouille veggies going on in there. That's really nice. The ratatouille itself is really good. You know, ratatouille is not this really complicated thing. It's you know, especially when you want to do it in the tradition of Paul Bocuse, Monsieur Paul, his restaurant, the restaurant dedicated to him. His restaurant originally is over my shoulder here, but Paul's ratatouille recipe is more of a stew, different than what you and I see in the movie Ratatouille, where it's just every tomato slice is just beautifully placed in a circle. That's not what Paul Bocuse did. He does traditional ratatouille stew, and he actually originated that for Disneyland Paris when their ratatouille area opened up and Bistro Chez Remy opened up. So I've made that recipe before. It's really nice and really hearty, and it's a lovely stew. I'm gonna have another bite of this galette. Okay, on the edge of that galette was this lovely toasty crunch. That was really nice. Yep, those flavors all marry really nicely. I can't knock that galette. That was a really, really good galette. This is the cream of brie galette. Again, it is $9.95, and I'm just gonna pick it up with my hands and chomp into the end because it looks like fun. Look at the brie and the cream, and it's oozing over, and it just got on my pants. My husband just scraped that brie off my pants.
It was delicious.
Thank you, hon. That's him. Oh my. Oh, that is so good. Okay, so let's talk. I enjoy brie cheese. I enjoy cheese. Can we just talk about cheese? Cheese lovers unite. Virtual high five for the cheese lovers in the house. This is so it's not just all like cheese, because if you're just eating you know, just solid cheese, that gets to be a little bit much. This is super creamy, so they are true to their word. It is cream of brie. Oh, that is delicious. I really enjoy this. Not overpowering. Brie is not an overpowering cheese, and it's reflected here. They've used, obviously, a lot of cream is going on in this thing. That's delightful. Friends, I've not had this one before. Woo! If you love cheese, you're going to love this one. Now it's on to the third of our savory galettes. It is the bechamel ham and cheese galette. It is $10.95. And like we talked about earlier, massive. Completely massive. And I'm gonna dig right into the center of this. This has diced ham in it. Just as I cut into it, it's a little bit more, it's not as like creamy liquidy as the cream of brie galette is. It's been sitting here for a little bit, but so has the other one. So there's the cross section. That is so good. The bechamel is rich, it's creamy, it combines with the brie beautifully. The diced ham is not like a huge chunk of ham. It is literally, it's just diced. It is a little bit more of a solid than what we had going on in the other galette, and that's not a bad thing. This is also really super approachable, I feel like. So if you've got a kiddo with you who just, you know, ham and cheese is good, and you want them to try something new here in Epcot and take a no thank you bite, and this is the no thank you bite, I think they're going to have another bite and maybe another one as well, because it's just that good. Look at that. Nothing wrong with that, friends. I figured what better time to use my Remy spork that Rhino bought for me than in the France Pavilion. I feel like he's come home again. So I've got my Remy Spork out, which is Food and Wine Festival branded. If you missed that video, there it is. It's just so cute. I love Remy so much. So I'm going to dig right in here into this crepe. Let's all say it together. Crepe. Oh my gosh. Look at those berries just falling out of this thing. It's dessert time. And I'm going to enjoy every bite. I hope this crepe stands up to how good the galettes were. Here we go. Oh, amazing. Look at that. So while the galettes had like a creamy base to them, well, the two cheese ones did. The ratatouille one didn't, obviously. But this is just, it is a thin pancake, so thin, folded over this gorgeous just berry compote. So the berries have been cooked down, macerated. They've got sugar going on in there. It's got a lovely berry sauce around the top. Let me get just that sauce. That's a raspberry-based sauce. It's not too bright. So if raspberries are like normally way too pucker-inducing for you, that's not. That's got a lot of sugar going on in that sauce. So that won't be too much for you if raspberries are normally too much for you. I have to have another bite of this. We can't let this go to waste. $7.50. Worth it. So good. Let's break down the meal. It turned out to be quite a meal, like a very substantial meal. There are galettes and some of a crepe still waiting to be finished beside me here. But time is of the essence. So let's break down exactly my thoughts for this dinner. So when you think about the money that you can spend here at EPCOT, really any Disney park, right? The money can really add up very, very quickly before you know it. So when you add up the 3 savory galettes and the sweet crepe, the red berries crepe, you came just shy, the bill was just shy of $40. Now, when you stop and think about it, I can spend $40 if I point toward the world. That's the World Showcase, obviously. But the World Showcase, like if I am spending money eating at a festival around the World Showcase, I can rack up $40 fairly easily. Do I always feel full after eating $40 of festival food? Well, it depends on what that food is, right? But sometimes maybe not as full. Of course, you are still walking it off. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But still, when you look at $40 and exactly everything that was enjoyed here for dinner, like it was a ton of food. Number one. Number two, if you are coming to the World Showcase and you are wanting a little bit of the experience, like something that's authentic to the country's pavilion that you're visiting, this is a great option. Actually, both of the locations back in the France Pavilion expansion. So 3 will include the boulangerie patisserie. They all, like, it's so good. You have the opportunity to get a very nice, approachable French meal, French snacks here in this pavilion for not too much money. So $10.95 was the most expensive galette that was eaten today, and I feel like it was worth every single penny. So if you're looking for something, like you're visiting the World Showcase, and you just want something a little bit French, but also very delicious and approachable, this is a great option. Third, I think that kids will absolutely, as I mentioned earlier, if you've got a kid who knows what ham and cheese is, knows what a grilled cheese is, melted cheese, bread and cheese of any combination, I feel like they'll be okay with this. Of course, you've always got texture in there, and galettes and crepes have a texture all their own. But if you've got a kid who's open to at least trying that one bite, you might have them hooked. If you're looking for more of a table experience in the France Pavilion, Crêperie de Paris is also available in the expansion area. My hubby and I have had the chance to enjoy a dinner in there, and I cannot tell you how lovely it was. We had a table by the windows. I could see Remy's Ratatouille adventure, like right down the alley, the allée, and then the Eiffel Tower is up overhead. Like, it was gorgeous. We tried the fixed price meal, which ultimately was a little bit more food than I wanted at that time. I didn't know that going into it, and I'm glad that we had the experience of ordering so much food and trying so much food ultimately. I might just go back and get the salad, which I highly recommend that salad. That is one of the best salads I've had. I know it's funny to say. It's fun. It strikes me as funny to say, you know, one of the best salads on Disney property, but it easily is. So it's just so good. And then you get to pair a crepe, a galette with it, and of course they're a little different. You'll have different choices inside at the table service, and you just get to sit there in this beautiful, lovely pavilion eating some really fun food. And it's also quite possible that they have reservations available when you're here at the France Pavilion. They have reservations available tonight. So definitely stop by. You never know. They could say, no, we're full. But try on the night that you're here. If you don't have an ADR, head on over there and see if they can work you in. So I need to wrap up now. It's getting to be dusk. And my Remy Spork needs to do a little bit more heavy lifting on this red berries crepe. There are a few more bites left. But before I do, I've got two favorite holiday decorations on Walt Disney World property, both of which are now up. It's the end of October, early November, and bless them, they are up, and I'm so happy. I've seen one tonight. It's right there, right over my shoulder. The French snowflakes hanging in the France Pavilion. These little babies are some of my very favorites. They're illuminated at night. They just hang over the alleyway, and they just look amazing. The second one I'll see soon. They're the garland stars that lead down to Tower of Terror, down Sunset Boulevard in Disney's Hollywood Studios. So we even have a little pre-holiday magic going on here in EPCOT this evening. But this is where I sign off and I throw things to you. What are your favorite EPCOT World Showcase snacks? We're traversing the countries and having a great time. Where is what snack stops you in your tracks? I need to know. If you could let me know down in the comment section, I would love to find out what snacks you stop your park day for. Please let me know. Also, if you haven't already done so, if you would give this video a like and consider subscribing to the channel, that would just be amazing. It would bring me a whole lot of joy. And also, if you want to share it with a friend, definitely do that. Hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I put up a new video. You know the drill. Thank you so much for considering doing that. Follow me for fun in between all the videos on Instagram at Deni_Sunderly. That's DENI_SUNDERLY. I'd love to have you hang out with me over on the gram. All right? Take good care. Have a great one, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye. Au revoir. That's what I should say. Au revoir, friends.